I hate messing with that thing, it was so rough. When are they gonna fix that door there, so you don't have to put carrot?
There we are.
Very soon. They're doing this room, they're doing the whole building. How many years has it been like that? I mean. They're gonna make everything ADA compliant.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Yeah.
Is that part of that grant one?
We got a grant,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
it's
great.
like 400,000. Well, it's good to see everybody.
Good to see you, my girl.
My summer was sort of busy. I mean, it was busy, I'm busy all the time, but because the parking situation's so bad on the island, I haven't been going to events on the weekends because I can't.
Where?
On
Because of so many people.
yeah, on Absecon Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't
It's
really.
so crowded on the weekends, you can't find a place to
I have
park.
no desire to go down there at all. That's.
And I went to the beach once all summer.
Yeah, I haven't even been there and I used to go, it was beautiful. You had a nice place to park, you did.
You know, actually,
Yeah.
we know we did this year, we did LBI, and from Eckhart
that's
City, you
nice.
drive through the woods, you just go through
Yeah.
the Venice and take that way up, you're barely on the park over a couple miles.
Should go
And
there.
you know that, I was like, I can't believe we haven't done this sooner, because we
Did
always
you
went
ever
to.
go to Island Beach State Park?
We have, yeah.
Is that
It's
nice?
been a long time, it is, but I can't, I don't think I've been there in like 10 years or so, I really can't
I
say.
need to go there because the
Oh, yeah,
traffic
it's-
is horrible up there. I take my cats to the vet in Manahawkin.
Mhm.
But you know, it's right there, but the traffic is, oh my gosh.
We didn't really have too much issue with the traffic,
Oh,
we
the-
took the back roads,
No.
It's just.
It's just only when you get out of
It's the call,
72.
yeah. the
Yeah,
call.
and Route
I
9.
think that will be all.
But I get off the Parkway, then 72, and then Route 9, both of those, but.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a little bit, Parkway's okay.
A lot of our like Maine and Canada road trips, we go to their beaches too, and there's like nobody there.
Yeah.
We're really spoiled with those trips.
Yes.
We just stay local.
Yeah, that's nice.
I was at my neighbor's this afternoon, they were watching something on TV and Hulu or something about making cabins in Maine on the water and stuff, it was so beautiful, you know, but I could never live in Maine, it's too cold, too long.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right, let's get started.
Yes, ma'am.
First thing on here is the financial report. We have money. We got another donation this year from the Senator Gormley's Family Foundation.
Wonderful.
So he sent us $1,000.
But Ninette, I have to say thank you because you're the one that works your butt off and gets that money.
Well,
Yeah.
I sent him this. Along with the, he asked for a letter. I said, all right, I'll send you a letter. But then I said, let me send him a list of accomplishments.
Yeah,
And it's like really 2 pages long. And it's different than what we've done in the past because it has a lot of grants and city stuff,
but that's you were
So-
doing it.
So-
That you're done?
Yeah, sure.
Did they say what they want the money used for?
No, it's just for us.
Now it's for us to use. It's only $1,000, but if we need something
Every
printed
little bit
up
helps.
or,
Yeah,
we want to buy it. I think.
and the recognition.
And we bought the Monarch way station signs
No, that's nice.
with,
Do they help you?
with the money he gave us last year.
Are those-
I don't know, Jerry was supposed to put them up, I gave him a couple locations. There's a big patch of it growing on, Deer Street. But I think it's in the right of way of a terrace that's
What
not
are you
cut
talking
through.
about? Monarch?
Monarch,
For the butterflies.
yeah, what do you call it, milkweed.
Yeah, that's what I said. I've asked them for years not to pull them out of the Peace Pilgrim Park there.
Well,
And
I
it's-
don't know where I don't see it in Peace Pilgrim Park.
Well, what is the butterfly bush that's blooming there now? It's purple, it's huge. And the butterflies come in there like crazy.
Well,
every
I
year.
planted stuff in the spring. I gotta go over there and clean up. Because the statue might be here for International Day of Peace.
Excellent, good, about time. yeah.
So we'll, have a
But
little
go look in
ceremony.
there, that butterfly weed is all over the creeks and the butterflies come like crazy.
Oh, it's in the water?
It's in the water. Beautiful.
So, so it's nice to have that little bit of money in
Yes,
the bank if we need some.
And to be recognized, and thank you.
Yeah, and his wife is real involved with the Margate Green Team.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we talk all the time when I see them, and they're very interested in trees, so. And I don't know if you remember reading it in the paper, but. When Atlantic City was talking about doing something with Baderfield, and they gave the contract to. the guy who's gonna put the race course in,
Mhm,
he wanted to put in an environmental park. And I was like, I like your idea.
mhm.
You know, because it would be beautiful for Atlantic City to have something like that. They
So
don't
where
have
are we
any
going with
kind
that?
of,
What's happening?
huh?
What's happening there?
They gave it to the developer who's gonna put the race course in.
Good.
So. All right, so program updates. We have completed our heat island assessment. I have a copy of it here if anybody's interested in seeing it. It was prepared by Cape Atlantic Soil Conservation District. And it looked at the whole city. It took our tree inventory and it superimposed data that's on the Sustainable Jersey website about the temperatures, surface temperatures in Egg Harbor City that they record. And they came up with 1, 2, 3 heat islands and about a half a dozen or more hot spots. And the heat, number one, the hottest area.
Should we guess?
Yeah, you want to guess?
I'm gonna say Incolinco's parking lot.
Probably, he's right,
What do you
yeah.
think?
I think he's right.
What do you think?
I have no idea.
I
Maybe the
think-
parking lot
I
in front of
guess
this
I'll
building.
give it since it's top couple, since they gave 3, I'll try to think, maybe somewhere on Philadelphia Ave, near the railroad tracks. And then I would guess. I would then guess maybe somewhere around the water tower.
Philadelphia Avenue itself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Philadelphia Ave.
the number one heat island is Egg Harbor City Center, which is Philadelphia Avenue and Harbor Plaza Shopping Center.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's the hottest
We
spots in
have no
town.
trees. We have no
Heat
trees.
Island number 2 is a bunch of little spots. It says Buddy Davis Yachts, but it's
Yeah,
Egg Harbor Yachts.
yeah.
The water treatment facility on Philadelphia Avenue, I guess.
Mm.
Charles Sprague School. The what you call school, the middle school.
I think about the schools, they seem like easy fixes, but who knows?
Well, they
And they
have
have-
fields, so
Yeah,
they're not gonna plant
that's right.
trees. on
Yeah,
fields.
But they
On
have
the
planted
walkways.
some trees. The kids have planted some
Yeah.
trees in the schools.
It's around the wall.
And then the third heat island is Egg Harbor North, which is Cedar Creek and the neighborhoods of Cedar Creek.
Did they do by the lake, yours?
Nothing.
So
to
is
the
it-
lake.
I have to say this about that, though. Gary Mueller was involved when they built those houses and made sure that there were trees at every house.
Well, I think the issue
Yeah.
there is they kept all the scrub oaks and the scrub oaks just like don't wanna grow wide. So if you actually look at the trees back there, the scrub oaks and stuff that remain, just like, they're just like doing these really. They're the wrong trees. They really should have probably chopped them down and planted new big ones everywhere.
Except
Yeah.
they're natural and that's what,
Yeah, but naturally where they're at in the forest, like they don't grow wide anyway, so all the other trees are there.
There's a lot of
especially
trees
scrub oaks that like,
Yeah.
that, especially the ones that are already tall, like they don't seem to be spreading out, they just seem to be.
it's my house.
So the
Okay.
I didn't-
proposed
I mean,
remedy
It's well-
is street trees?
Well, yes, yes, and no-
Okay.
yes, yes, and
I'm
there's
not
more.
kidding. I'm-
The Philadelphia Avenue, the only way to solve the problem on Philadelphia Avenue is if we replace the male ginkgo trees that are like sticks.
And cost thousands of dollars.
Yeah. So I don't know if
And
that,
takes 50 years.
yes.
We had
Some of
nice
the other
trees there.
spots, like around the schools, we could plant some trees, but we can't plant near the fields because they need the fields for the athletic.
Farm doesn't really have, we just got.
They
like
have
the-
that whole back at
Oh,
the
the big
Sprague.
blacktop,
Yeah, they have
the
the,
big blacktop.
yeah, and we
Right.
gave them trees
a
last
little
time.
bit of,
We gave them trees, but there's some plantings that could be done there.
yeah.
What we did in Philly with the Adair lot, we got a big grant for a rain garden and it was all asphalt. Quarter of it became all rain garden, but then all throughout the asphalt, they took like big squares, chopped them up, made little like retaining walls around and then planted trees there to give shade around the asphalt areas. And they planted trees that were like straight down roots or something instead of like the one that spread out, back roots, I guess.
Yeah,
You know, so maybe I did it for some.
some of the other things that could be done to address heat islands is instead of having like large buildings have black roofs, to use a lighter shingle, like a white white shingle instead.
Absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely.
And I'm looking at a grant that we're gonna apply for. A small grant, about 50,000, to put those, they call them sails, canopies.
Mhm.
Over the playgrounds.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. Those are nice.
It's just to make some shades for
Mhm.
some of the kids, because
Mhm.
sometimes they can't even play on the equipment. because-
So the focus of this study is for local, small scale amenity rather than area-wide
Yeah,
environmental.
They recommend things like solar and stuff like that, like.
Is there a way to be looking at that?
you can have it.
I can have it.
I bought that for you.
Okay.
First, I ever looked at like.
Now, the next step to this action item is to do a mitigation plan. So our mitigation plan at this point is, we're gonna be planting 200 trees in the fall.
Awesome.
Mostly street trees, and we're gonna, like Atlantic Avenue, I wanna put
Nice.
that Atlantic Avenue
Okay.
where they have that walkway.
Yeah.
Next to I wanna put trees there.
We got
Certain-
ginkgos?
No,
Please.
no ginkgo.
Yeah,
They're
there's
a plant then.
a lot of for trees over there.
I would like them to plant sycamore trees or
Oh.
London planes. I mean, they're the only trees that lasted 100 years and are still healthy.
I say that all the time. I am so thankful for.
But they're no longer available.
Yeah,
In that heat, my house is shaded, it's beautiful.
They're great trees.
So Jerry has prepared an RFP for someone to come in and do the plantings, and that's out to bid. And did I put the date here? We should be awarding this in the next month, within the next month. And he's got, let me see, did he sign it?
You should be aware that London planes, which are what you call these sycamores, are subject to a variable fungal disease called anthracnose. And that some varieties are more susceptible than others. And someone should, with some knowledge of this, should have a look at it.
Okay.
Good.
He's got on here Acer rubrum, which is the red maples, October Glory or Red Sunset or
They're not
Northwood.
good. Well,
Zelkova serrata,
50 years maximum.
But they don't
Yeah.
get real big either.
Pardon?
Red maples don't get real big either.
Go what?
Don't get real big.
Mine got too big. And had to come down.
Zelkova serrata, green vase,
And,
Alpha,
and,
or
and
V
quickly
green,
went to, disease.
Oh, really?
Quercus
We have
alba,
several in our property that are near the end of their
Back there.
lifetimes.
Quercus alba, white oak. Quercus bicolor, white swamp oak,
I love oak trees.
Liriodendron, tulip trees,
My yard,
tulip trees.
my yard is full of.
Never,
tulip trees.
never.
Why?
What?
Too massive, too short-lived. Really, no one should ever have planted the tulip poplars in
They
Egg
were-
Harbor City.
What do you think the best type of choice is? If you had to what would be your best choice to plant instead? Like, what would you say?
It's the sycamores.
Sycamores?
Yeah. They have 35-foot diameter crowns, which mean that the full street is covered.
Yeah,
And one of the only trees that grows fast enough that does that.
yeah, interesting.
Black tupelo,
Don't know it.
Tilia cordata. Or tomentosa,
That's
linden,
I have a big linden in my tree.
and London
In my
plane.
yard that was there for Mr. Von
they're
Wesley.
a secondary, yes.
It's dying, but I have one by my back deck that came up from a seed from it now, and it's beautiful. It's shading my back deck.
Yeah.
I love that.
So this should be, this was advertised this week, so we should be
But
here.
you have a tree expert as city manager.
Yeah, so, I mean, I had no input on this, as far as selection of trees. It's the hardest thing to do is to select a tree species to plant.
Sure,
It's-
because how do you know?
Because nobody's telling you these are the ones you should plant. Nobody will tell you that. You know, you spend days at these conferences and nobody
it's-
says, do this.
But it's probably different every time too.
Yeah, yeah. So it's hard. So, 200 trees, he's got numbers on here. of how many, plus I wanna do an experiment with, what's his name, the Boat Works. Trocky's place, you know, the right of way is 30 feet wide there in front of that fence.
Mhm.
In Philadelphia or?
Yeah.
Philadelphia
Yeah,
Avenue,
I always thought that'd be great for trees.
I wanna plant
or something.
American chestnuts.
You know what they're like when
Well,
you're
that's-
out there walking in your bare feet?
Well,
There's no sidewalk there.
I'm kidding.
they have the ones they're trying to replant now,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Yeah.
that may not be the worst spot
Yeah.
for it.
So I think that's a good spot because there's no sidewalk, nobody walks down there.
I have one in
It's
my
wide,
backyard
30 feet wide, so there's plenty of room for it.
Yeah,
and you can.
And
eat the
it'll
chicken.
It's nice.
that ugly
it
building,
is a little unsightly for sure.
you know, and it's accessible too, so that we could keep an eye on it easily.
But it,
Yeah.
yeah,
See
we
how the
really made
trees
that
are doing
property.
and all.
Interesting. Curious how they would do there. It is still all just sand. I don't know how they do in that type of, type of soil.
Well, this whole area was American chestnuts at one time, they were, you know.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
they got a disease and they all died.
Well, I had
Right.
one and it died, but we have another one now and it's pretty big.
Yeah, yeah.
Our property, our property was all part of, Schmidt's Winery across the street there. They owned all that property from Heidelberg Avenue all the way to New York Avenue. And at one point, they had planted all those spruce trees everywhere. And it's like, they're well over 100 years old now, and they're all starting to die from the top down. So we have somebody coming in September to trim ours, to cut ours off of the top. We're gonna leave part of the bottom. But they're all like, it's so sad that they're all going now, you know? They were
They don't
part of
last-
Mr.
they don't
Van
live
Bussy,
forever.
he called it the Garden of Eden, and I live in the Garden of Eden.
All right, so we're gonna apply for this climate solutions grant for shade structures, for the playgrounds.
Oh, that's a
I'm
good
waiting to,
idea.
you know.
And the
see-
people there are, everybody's happy with that we will put them up there?
Maybe even the new park could use one of them too. New park's great, but you're gonna bake in the sun,
Don't go there.
Okay.
One species that's coming
The new
back,
one, that's not really nice, but.
we should check on at least, is the American elm.
Oh, and the elm,
They- or the
thank you,
place
I
down
wanted to
there.
mention
What are
that.
they building?
See a car drove into the lake?
Yeah,
Well,
A car drove.
yeah, there's still debris everywhere, there's still debris
Yeah.
everywhere there.
Not the lakeside, like
Yeah.
where
The
you
other side.
stood
Really
the
far,
outside the
this is
fishing
terrified
pier.
us, cause I walk right by there all the time, person must be going 100 miles an hour.
Hit
Oh
a pole
my
and
God.
right, hit a pole, I
And
think,
when it
what's
did this,
this?
earlier today.
there's video of it,
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send me the
That
video.
Gina
And was
Marie-
somebody hurt?
apparently they got out.
Gina reposted it on that
It was in
exercise
there,
page.
single person, but whatever, it wasn't like it just went into the water, it.
Somebody else
Oh,
shared it.
injured, But it,
Holy
like,
moly.
it's like, it's way far.
I think it was.
See if you can bring it up.
It snapped a pole too, they snapped a telephone pole.
My
Oh,
God,
yeah, there
they
you
don't
go.
have your power off?
They didn't notice anything now, I think ours comes from the Egg Harbor City side. They-
It's in the middle of the.
Yeah, yeah.
They got the
Like,
papers
Oh
on
my
them.
God.
That's the reason I know.
What's it posted under?
It's on the one in Harbor City page. That's the
Where?
picture.
They must have been going, they jumped an 8-inch curb too, they must have
Oh
been
my
going
God.
so fast. It's just kind of crazy, people walk there all the time.
Yes.
Was
Were
it,
they
like,
headed
daytime?
north or south?
Yeah, people.
This
just-
morning? Yeah.
Oh
People,
my
even
God.
today.
I was wondering,
I always,
oh,
when
obviously.
I take, if I'm down, I'll take a morning walk or afternoon
Yeah.
walk, I usually always see somebody by the pier or the pavilion, like, walking around, someone's always.
So where do you think they came in off of
I think they were
Philadelphia?
coming
Avenue?
towards the city.
Where's the city? It looks like,
Work
yeah.
or something, went up, hit the telephone pole, whenever that grassy area, like, where you go to the airfield.
Oh my
Then went
God.
over the
Oh,
gully, jumped the curb,
Yeah.
curb's huge. And then it must have went airborne, like,
Airborne, yeah, because it's in the middle of the.
someone,
Well, you had to
doesn't
say,
say
how to
anything,
make
but
that
yeah,
turn
it's
to
okay.
get
and
it.
then I heard at nighttime, I was like, oh, I hope that's not someone dumping, I was so tired, I was about to actually call the police, but
Yeah.
I was like, man.
Tires, right?
Because it kept going on, it's like, it has to be something with the road, but I heard it fishing the car out, I guess, like,
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I was like, what's going on, so I figured it was something, I had no idea it was an accident though.
Mm.
But definitely scary, but surprised there was no like news about something.
There's nothing about whether or not the person's okay.
No, there's nothing, just don't even know who it was or whatever.
Jeez.
That's crazy. Oh my gosh.
Huh.
Okay, so.
Sorry.
Community solar. Is happening. On the old landfill. We got grant money to do the investigation, what's in the ground. and that's proceeding now. They have to rush it through, hopefully, because the incentives for solar are gonna expire. Because the man that was elected president is squashing all,
I've heard something about
environment.
this, yes.
So
Oh, please.
we did a redevelop, the city council approved a redevelopment plan. And there's a public hearing on, when is it?
September,
Ouch.
11th, 6 o'clock. Thursday. Presumably here,
6 PM
I
or
think,
7?
maybe 7, I don't know.
7. We meet at 7, unless there's a. So hopefully we'll get a clean bill of health for
Very
the
nice.
But what's
I would like you
the,
to see it. The Garden of Eden.
who's gonna benefit by this? Is it going to be a public subscription?
yes,
So anybody who wants to take advantage of it can pay some money if to,
they don't cost them anything. It's being done,
in that case, everybody will want it.
yes. And
The whole, is there enough kilowatt hours for the entire city?
you'll get, there will be, I don't know how big this will probably tell you how big it's gonna be, I don't know.
What's the main site they're looking at?
The landfill, the old landfill.
Where's that at, actually? I'm not actually sure.
It's in the industrial park,
Okay, back in there.
you know, where where they play soccer,
Okay. back
it's
in there.
behind that section.
There used to be, well, you used to be able to go down Deer Street and then in there and then everybody dumped their stuff back in there.
Brutal.
And there's a fella that is interested in doing the solar field. He will build it. We have, we had a brownfields designation so that if there's any cleanup that needs to be done, we will get grant money to
But it has
do
been
that.
cleaned up over the years there.
So that's a real good possibility that could happen in the next couple of years. I don't think it takes long to install. It takes a long time to get Atlantic City Electric to turn it on, but we'll see what happens. But we're moving forward with that at city council, and like I said, there'll be a public hearing
Is there any likelihood that Atlantic City will allow it? Atlantic City Electric will allow it?
Yeah,
You know, they've never allowed the community development that the ACUA produced for Pleasantville, which is all low income.
Hmm.
They've
How did that-
stymied it completely.
there's such a need for energy right now that I don't see how they could say no.
They,
The
I don't see how they
electric
could
bill
say
is
yes,
going
actually.
through the roof
okay,
because they have to buy electricity from other states. If we're gonna be producing our own electricity, they should accept it and put it into the grid.
well, it involves their income.
Yeah, they're getting enough. I just got a 640.
They still sell it. They still sell what is generated
square foot.
back to the community.
Oh, my gosh.
The way the community solar works is you would sign up and get a discount. You would get like up to a 20% discount on your electric bill. So it's good for the community.
Yes, it
you know,
is.
it's
If Atlantic City Electric will have it.
So we'll see what happens with that. There's other solar opportunities too. We just approved that's another public hearing that's going to be on the next agenda. We introduced an ordinance. Well, I forget what the name of the program's called. Anyway, there's somebody who wants to buy Harbor Plaza Shopping Center.
The whole thing.
Oh, good. Will they redo the parking lot?
That's the first thing I said.
It's pretty bad.
Maybe get a real fence?
They want to invest $3.5 million into a solar.
But does the owner want to sell it?
Yes,
But across the street, after all these years, is finally for sale too now. There's a sign out there.
what's across the street?
Oh my God, what was it called all those years?
The one on the railroad track side?
Yeah.
Pembroke,
No, what the heck was it called? I have a
the
minute.
Pembroke building,
Okay.
right building? in the back?
No. Well, maybe eventually that's what it's called. It's not what it was called when I was a kid.
It's more brown brick. Like a light color.
Like
brown.
next to Cody?
All the way,
It's right
Hamburg
behind-
Avenue, and it's there, between Hamburg and New York Avenue.
Oh,
that
going
place.
there.
Yeah, where the kids roller skating and stuff.
No,
there's a sign now that says for sale. There were men from Atlantic City who owned that for years
Shit.
and years and years.
Schiff Brothers.
And yes, and now there's finally a sale. That's what I said. People wanted to come here. That's where they should have gone, right on the White Horse Pike. You've got the train station, you've got everything, the pike, the White Horse Pike, everything is right there.
Yeah.
And clean it up so it looks better when you come into this town.
So, so we introduced an ordinance for this program. The man would be able to qualify for $3.5 million in state grants to install the solar, I guess on the roof, maybe over the parking lot or something like that. And
Where?
at Harbor Plaza,
he does it over the parking lot, that would help with the heat.
Yeah,
yeah. And the way the program works is that the city gets involved because when he pays his taxes, he would pay the payback on the loan that he gets from the state. And the clerk would, the CFO would have to collect the money and send it to the state. So we had to do this 10-page ordinance to be able to do
well,
that.
solar
but-
there would kill the heat spot there as well.
Yeah, it would,
You
it
know?
would.
Another alternative.
Yep.
I see he painted that building white. I never usually come there. When I went anywhere, I go through town and then out.
You go to the Eagles games too, I mean, everyone navigates them pretty well now, it's not like those things are breaking there.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
can be done pretty well, people have adjusted,
Awesome.
you know.
All right, the city, like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on and it's mostly at council and not really here.
Hmm.
We advocate for it, but it's up to them.
And then, yes,
Make it-
they have.
Make it happen. To increase recycling, we're purchasing the toters.
I saw
The big
that.
ones,
Yes.
How's the city
Yeah.
purchasing them? Is
Uh,
there a grant or something?
no, we're paying for them.
That's a heck of a lot of money.
I
that
think
the
that's the
city's
money
spending.
coming back.
And so many people already have them.
Yeah, I mean, we put ours out in tubs all the time. We never just throw stuff out there. I don't get that.
Not everybody does.
I personally, when I drive down the side streets, it seems that people do not have.
You
the
don't think
proper
those people are gonna be any better, do you, if they have another tub? I don't think.
They don't have cans, the cans that they have, they're like the old metal ones, that don't have, like the option of the grouch can. That they don't have lids for, or it's like cracked, beat up
If
plastic.
people just start using them for trash though, ACUA like reject that on trash day, if they fill up recycling toter. With just trash and. put
They're
it
gonna
on
get
the
one
trash.
of each. They're gonna get a
Oh, they're gonna
recycling
get and a trash one?
and a trash.
Wow, okay.
So everybody will be uniform
Nice.
and everybody's trash can will look the same.
What if you already have
But
one?
with a different
Use
number on it.
something else.
That's
You
what
can
I-
use it for yard waste. You put
We
a
have,
tag on
we've
it.
got plastic tubs, ACUA, and trash.
Yeah,
That way you put it all the
yeah,
time.
we bought the toters from ACUA, one of each, I'll definitely take another one of each, so. For example, this past week with recycling, we had to bring out a recycling can too, and that was a pain. Cause it's such a far walk to the mailbox.
Yeah.
So they're just
Oh my
gonna
God.
be dropped
Yeah.
off in everybody's yard?
Yep. In early September, they'll be dropping them off to everyone.
And how much is it gonna cost?
It's 210,000.
And where's that money coming from?
We have money left over from
City Hall.
the
Yeah,
sale
I
of the
know
water
that, but I
treatment
mean,
plant,
like,
and we will pay for it over 4 years.
Hmm.
So
Which means there's interest on a loan.
no interest,
Cause if you have cash back from the water plant sales.
no
right?
interest. It's
The money has to be.
the ACUA is purchasing
That's
them
where the
and
money's
we're
coming from.
reimbursing the
Is it the
ACUA,
whole,
They're-
is it
they're-
all, everyone in the city or just a certain area?
everyone.
Oh, great.
And, multi-unit properties will get one per unit,
Wow.
one of each per unit.
Good,
So-
I can't figure out the trash situation.
How about businesses?
No businesses.
I hope that's a major improvement, I really do. I know it's a big.
Well, we gotta clean up this town. It's a mess.
people
Well,
use it.
there's-
I hope people take
I
it
think
seriously.
anything that's, once they realize it has wheels and it's easier, I think people will
I
start
hope
using it.
so.
Because
And I live alone, so I don't make a lot of trash and I don't make a lot of recycling either. I just don't take stuff into my house. But I put my trash out once a month.
Yeah, ours was.
I mean,
30, we
I
do
don't-
it every
Yeah,
month
you do
either.
it every week.
I mean, in the summer, you gotta put it out more often, but during the winter,
Yeah.
I can wait,
I've
I can wait
never
2 months
filled it up.
before I have to roll that to the curb.
Wow, heavier.
I do a bag every 2 years.
And we don't recycle our cat food cans. Gary takes them over and gets money for them. So they don't go into the city recycling, we keep them separate.
Say. And it supposedly will save money in the long run because people will recycle
I
more.
hope so.
And
If
You know,
that's what
it
it
comes-
takes for people
it
to
comes
do
with a
it.
campaign to educate people too about.
Yes, that's what I
And
mean.
I've
If
been
people
putting it into the
learn-
newsletter and. You know, letting people know how to do it.
Right.
The other thing that's on the docket is I'm still waiting. For the water conservation ordinance, which would require residents to water their lawns. On odd or even. Addresses.
Mhm.
During, if the state calls for drought restrictions or anything, but it's good to have that on the books.
Yeah.
In
just in
advance.
case.
Monitored by police, I presume.
Who's that?
I don't know. I don't know, it looks like they have a key. I thought maybe he was going to the ball field, but he came this way. He's used in the bathroom.
There's one stair in there, that's it.
Bathroom.
Who's that?
I don't know, but he waved.
I know. I couldn't make out who it was. He was in.
Well, he seems like he knows where he's going.
Weird. All right, we applied for 2 grants this summer, I'm waiting, they were said last week at August, of course, they didn't tell us by today. Would have been nice to know. We applied for 2 grants. One is a resiliency grant, and that we submitted for to do a forestry study
Nice.
for the area past the lake going towards the river.
They ever estimate how many trees are past the lake to the river? I'm always curious. There was ever estimate how many trees?
Well, that's what the study will
Just-
determine.
This for forest fires?
Yes,
Oh, I'm terrified of them.
Yeah, I would be too if I
and
mean, I lived in the woods my whole life too. It's,
Yeah.
one year we had it so bad, it was really
You know,
scary.
you look at all, you drive up Philadelphia past the lake and you look through the trees and you see all those like half bent over ones and stuff like that and all the dead, and then you just like it should
It would go
be
right through.
removed,
So,
you know?
so this would investigate that area, see what the condition of it is. What are the chances of having a major forest fire?
And who instigated the study? You?
I went to that meeting you sent me to,
Oh, okay.
the one you didn't show up at.
What is the answer? They would go in and trim out the dead trees and things?
Well, I don't know, I don't know if they would make recommendations on what to do, but they would just, it's basically an investigation, like what's our forest look like?
And I mean, and that's still part of the pipeline.
How many ghost
so, you know,
forests we have?
Yeah,
What the makeup of the vegetation is. You know,
Something the Pinelands Commission ought to do naturally.
well, they won't come in and do it for the town, they have their own studies that they do, but. The state is trying to reestablish their forests
Mhm.
because they're losing a lot of forest areas due to global warming. Either through flooding or forest fires, like.
Or development.
Well, we're not developing out there.
No.
We're not, but other parts of the state are.
Yeah, but it's basically that for us, for Egg
Mhm.
Harbor City, to look at that
Yeah, like
area
our data. rather than
and
state.
decide what we want to do, if anything, to do out there.
That's interesting. That's an easy grant too, without a lot of like, you know, real legwork of physical work and stuff.
No, you would just be paying somebody to do the work. And
What's the
There's-
second one?
and then the other one was for $5,000 to put a labyrinth at Peace Pilgrim Park.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
what's the labyrinth?
You know, when you walk, meditate
Yeah.
in the circle, you
Oh,
walk.
just to do that.
There's a rain garden coming too to the fishing pier by the Pinelands.
Yeah, there's a problem there with the parking
Yeah, so
lot.
I talked to the surveyors. They were out there the other day.
Who were they working for?
Yeah.
I forget the name of the company. It was a truck that said something that looked like eco-friendly type company. They were pretty young. And they had a survey set up and I asked them, what do you, you know, is this for the cell tower, right? So here's a Verizon cell tower coming on top of that, one of those telephone poles. Looking for that, but then we're taking the parking lot out. And we're gonna reestablish the road to where it should be, and then they're gonna put in a rain garden for drainage area. Instead,
So that was probably Pinelands Preservation Alliance.
maybe, and it didn't say.
Well, you know, they're doing major work over there. They're
Yeah.
replacing that bridge. Your road's gonna be closed.
The Pineland Preservation is replacing?
No,
Oh, I know that,
Yeah.
yeah, they're coming in with a
The
prefab bridge, I
county is
believe,
doing it?
county. And they're gonna come in, they're gonna, you have to go around
The
the
county.
campground.
Which
That bridge is bad shape.
Goes back to his
And
house
apparently
by
they're
the
gonna
lake,
come in and put in a whole,
by the lake, on the other
Thing
side of the
will
lake,
work out.
where his house is back.
and that's.
On Philadelphia Avenue?
Yeah, off that side.
I don't know if they're gonna redo the causeway though, to make it like, you
yeah,
know, I think.
the whole thing's getting done.
I know that they're chopping all the trees down, they've been putting little orange dots out there, and they did it all the way back
Dots.
on the trees, yeah, and then on our road too, they're going after the dead ones. So I called, and my neighbor called too, about one that was slowly going, I was like, you gotta come out and get it, this went on for a bit.
Is that for?
I didn't, my neighbor called, I wasn't, my neighbor called, and then we called when it fell, there were more, and then it came out that day. And then I think it was Public Works, and then they came out and Xed up all the.
You know,
ditches.
I.
There's a ton out there that are definitely dangerous, and I'm gonna say it's like too many trees, you know, they got red dots on. And then they've been mowing around where they're gonna cut the trees too.
Yeah, there's dots on them, I
So,
think they're
They're,
taking them
they're
down.
coming at some point, and all.
Well, I wanna know who's taking them
Yeah,
down, because
yeah.
it shouldn't come out of our grant, because that is not in the, it's not in the
And they're
grant
not working
parameters.
with you, that's a whole other thing, you're right.
Yeah, it could be more of an emergency thing, like, cause they're bad.
Well,
Like,
yeah, even if they are bad, that's not is part of our grant. Our grants
But
were
it's-
for street trees here in the main part of town.
Yeah,
We only had a few trees that we cited at the lake
yeah,
that had to come out right away. And,
there's one by the gray site that should probably come out too, there's a pretty bad one.
well, see, that's not,
Now, who would be doing that out there then, the county?
Oh,
I
Yeah,
don't
see,
know, that's what I'm
we should
saying.
know
If
who's
it's,
doing this.
if it's the city taking them down, it's gotta come out of the city budget. It's not coming out of the
Right.
grant.
Right.
And I know that certain trees have been taken down on city property that aren't street trees. And you know, it costs $1,000 to take down a tree. It's not cheap.
Yeah, but let's not take a tree just down because it doesn't have the right name, I mean, like, if the tree is a hazard.
Yeah,
then the tree should come down.
yeah,
yeah, these
they're,
are hazards for sure.
yeah, but still, that's not in the area that is covered by the grant. The
Yes.
grant is for
Acre
Acre
City.
City proper. It's not for out at the lake. It's not for a Cedar Creek, neighborhoods of Cedar Creek, because they have no street trees out there. There's
Right.
none.
The ones we planted are gone, right?
No, they don't have it right away. It's neighborhoods of Cedar Creek. It's only like 2 feet wide.
In the housing development, you're
But the
saying,
trees we put in on New York Avenue,
for the church, the
That's-
school.
going up Moss Mill Road, those are all gone now, or are
No,
they?
No, they're still there. They're not doing well though.
Hmm.
They're really bad. They're not doing well at all. I don't know if it
I
was,
haven't been there for a long time.
yeah, I don't know if it's because they weren't watered properly in the
Yeah.
beginning, or if the soil's bad.
Going back to the trees though, right at the Lake Bridge, you know when they're gonna start? I heard October, I don't know if that was a while ago.
Well, I think they wanted to wait until after the swimming season was over before they do anything
Okay.
major over there.
That makes sense.
But the road is gonna go down to 1 lane.
Yeah. For a whole
And-
time, oh, that's better than I heard you would have to go around the campground. So that's better if you
Well,
still
maybe.
cross.
Oh, God, that'll really tear up that
It
road.
will. It will, so. I'll keep my
I
eyes.
know, but
peeled.
that's
For
county.
those, I kind
And
of.
that's county, and it's so that we can have a bike path.
Hold your breath too, to go over that bridge, because those trees, they're dead branches hanging over, I mean, that's.
Well, I'll have
Not
to
good.
talk to Jerry next time I talk to him. I'll ask them about that trees coming down out there, because I don't want them taken out of the grant. That money will disappear, but the next thing you know, we won't
Yeah.
have any money left.
Mhm.
Okay, Doug Talamy is gonna be at Cedar Creek
I'll
High
be there.
School, September 10th. I need
What's the topic?
the nature of oaks.
Yep,
The nature of oaks?
I have loved oak trees my whole life.
I need someone to man the table in front to take registrations. Hazel,
I love doing registrations.
and of course I'll be carting the guy around when he's.
A hand truck?
Well, he's
No,
coming
on her
from
back.
Pennsylvania, so he's gonna stay at the Renault
Okay.
Hotel, which is very nice.
I've never stayed there yet. I was
Oh my
thinking
God.
about just going for the
You-
night.
Yeah, I
They
think.
got a pool in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's small, but
Okay.
they're building a spa.
Ooh,
That's where,
Nice.
I'm gonna join.
okay.
Good,
And
good.
the rooms
They're
been
gonna have a
like
soul
renovated?
and everything.
Did they renovate the rooms kind of?
Yes, that end where the
I heard
restaurant
it's
was
Beautiful,
is all the spa area.
nice.
And, you know, they want to get it open by the end of September, they said. So they were, you know, asking the city to expedite the inspections for the construction. But, so he's gonna be there. I wanna make sure he knows how to get to Cedar Creek, and
Okay.
I gotta check with the high
What time
school.
does it start?
It starts at 7, but if we could be
I'll be
there
there.
at 6, it'd be
I will
good.
be there at 6.
Anybody else wants to help out, come early. And are you gonna go?
I can't commit to any of that unfortunately, that's a.
So Wednesday,
I know, that would be.
but your
even
son
today,
would like it.
I know, with cross country though and practice, just,
Yeah, you got it.
I'm only gonna, unfortunately, this school year, I'm gonna be like a wisp coming in and hanging out. Not be able to commit like. I
Well,
agree,
if you
but I
could
will be
make
back.
it, he's
Yeah.
world renowned, this fella.
Yeah,
the
I
speaker.
think either myself or Claire will be there for the speech,
Good.
but I don't know if it's gonna be me yet. It'll be whoever's here.
Yeah, we have about,
Will it be recorded?
I don't think he wants it recorded. I don't think he'd want it recorded. I'm gonna ask the school, I'll ask him before he comes in, if we could do that, but he probably doesn't because people pay to go see him, you know? And, this is coming, the fee he's being charged, the hotel and, our expenses is coming out of the, federal grant for a community outreach. And we have about 65 reservations so far.
Are we paying to see him that night?
No, it's free,
Yeah, okay. I
but you
didn't know.
gotta
I didn't care
register
if we
because
paid.
we wanna know where people are coming from, and they are coming from all
I
over.
love it, I love it.
As far as Tom's River, all the way down to Cape
You're gonna
May.
have a thing where people's, their address and everything, isn't it?
Well,
Not
they
their
send
address,
that
but-
already when
Okay,
they
good,
register,
Good, good.
so
Okay.
I just need,
We'll just compare it
list.
back then. Yeah,
I need to
and then
take-
you'll take it all.
take the cards and put them on a list. It's gonna be a pain. in the-
You'll make a big deal out of this in your next month's calendar.
Yeah, I gotta do that, that's this week.
And he's gonna be our speaker at the Historical
Yeah,
Society.
I'll send you that notice.
I need it
Where's
like
that?
yesterday.
Pardon?
I need it yesterday.
Okay, you'll have it tonight.
Yeah, and
You
you'll.
usually do it on the first of the month.
It's when it goes out, but
Get
it
it ready.
takes me a week to write
Oh,
it.
I thought you did it all the last day.
No,
Well, you
Okay.
could.
I got a job, you know, I read all day
People
long.
didn't join us, we had a very, very
But
nice.
you're very good.
No,
Oh my
yeah,
God, yes, she is. We had a very nice picnic at the Historical.
yeah, I was gonna
Society.
ask about that.
Very nice. But had a hell of a lot more people, but it was.
I had every good intention to come, but I started working in my garden and that kind of work is so hard for me that I collapsed. I slept and I came in, sat on the couch all sweaty and fell asleep for an hour.
Oh my God.
And then once I fall asleep, I can't wake
Yeah.
myself up, you know,
Yeah.
it's like. So I just vegged on the couch for the rest of the day. Like I'm trying to get rid of a hydrangea bush I gotta dig out.
No, it was all
Oh my
good, don't they great back there?
Huh?
Aren't those usually pretty good in the backyards?
It died.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
It's
sure it's totally dead.
It's dead.
Oh.
And I wanna get it out there so I could put something else in that spot. You know. And then the Shade Tree Federation Conference is in October. I don't know why they wanted to know Friday what you're gonna eat for lunch 2 months from
I can't
now,
go to that.
but they wanted to know.
Usually they have the video.
You can't go to that. You told me you were.
I know, but I went online, I couldn't see how to do
You
it.
just spent $500
No,
on you.
who said it? I
Because you
didn't,
told me
I
you were
didn't
going.
sign up.
You
No,
did.
we
You
don't
called me
register,
on
the
phone.
city registers. us.
Oh, all right, we'll see where we go then. Okay, okay, all right.
Are you going or not?
Well, if you sign me up, I'm only gonna go like one day for the class or something like that.
One day?
Yeah,
And it's a different class each day, so you need to choose between the 2 days.
And what would you like to eat for lunch? Chicken, fish, or vegetarian?
Fish.
Fish.
Chicken, fish, or rice.
Wait, so it's gonna be chicken both days?
It's a buffet. No,
It's very lavish. It's,
Oh,
Yeah, you were going for the whole thing.
Chicken there,
I
there's
just went to
fish
the
there,
court
and there's
last year.
vegetarian. I don't know why they don't
Right, it's
know.
not like they're bringing us the plate. That's weird.
And if
I
it's
think that's
gone, it's
fine with it.
gone. I
Yeah.
mean, they don't replenish, so I don't know.
no, there's as much as you
There'll be
could
green
possibly
beans and
eat,
baby
and soup
potatoes.
too, several soups.
You're not going
I'm not,
at all,
at all,
not even for one day.
not even for one day.
Well, here's the deal, the general sessions, we get one CEU for every class you attend. So we should have 8, 16. She's gonna go one day. Which day you going, Thursday or Friday?
She has to look and see what the topics are each
I
day,
sent it out.
Yeah, okay.
and she's got them right there.
Oh, okay.
You could look at it, but you can't take it with you. That's the only one I got.
Okay.
All right, so we're all set for the Shade Tree Federation conference, and I want to know how energetic everybody is to see if we could do
How what?
energetic.
No,
If we want to do a fall event in the new park on Philadelphia Avenue, like an environmental session.
Why don't we do something the
What?
day the fall fest?
No.
Okay.
number one, the park needs a name.
It has a
It has a name.
Archway Green.
That's a
I was gonna suggest Archway Park, good. I
I
haven't seen that written anywhere,
It's right on top.
is it? Oh, maybe that's,
It's on the arch.
oh, I thought that'd be some other, okay.
And they tore down
Now we need some way to promote it,
the dry cleaners got
To
tore
who?
down today.
that's whoever's gonna use it, whoever we built it
It's
for.
gonna be a great spot for the events, so for sure.
It's beautiful.
Here's a,
They put EV charging stations in there too.
no, because there's not that much parking in the back.
There's like 8 spots.
I would like to suggest that there be made available some mechanism for people to know why it's called Archway Green. Namely, why there's an arch there.
Well, you know why.
I know why, but
And
very,
every
very
sign
few
up
ones
that
do.
Would be nice.
It has been
About the original sign.
posted.
So
many
there's
times
not
on
even a
Facebook.
billboard in there.
Yeah, a sign would be really, really helpful there for
A
sure.
picture of the old.
Well, I had asked
There are
Hazel
pictures.
if they had ever considered doing those historical marker signs
Yes,
that, that they're,
yes,
that you put in front of a building
Yeah.
saying this is a historic.
that's been a project of the Historical Society ever since we were founded. Promoted by me, but without my being able to do anything about it. Even that, except producing the text for quite a number of signs, such as
So what's
here
the-
resided the last horse in Egg Harbor City.
So what's the problem?
I've never figured out a way to produce the signs.
Well, you need money. Is
No,
there
I
money?
don't want to ever use money. I hate money. I don't like money.
Well,
that's
these
my
are made
problem.
out of cast iron.
You can try bartering.
I'm waiting for a member that has a 3D printer.
That won't work.
I always go
Put
with,
a permanent sign that's
yeah.
not that'd be great.
3D printer can print a permanent. sign.
Signorama, like they can print out some stuff,
And they're good.
you know?
They
The
work
signs
with
ain't they ain't the most high-end looking, but they do the job, they get the information across.
I agree.
I've got about 20.
Maybe a couple
of those
$100
ready
and
to
call
go.
it done, you know? If they'll allow you to put it
Well,
in.
I think you
Who
should do
controls
that.
the actual park, is it all city owned? Who they control it?
City.
Yeah, it's ours.
Want me to write it up?
Well, write it up and.
You can get a grant.
Well, yes, exactly. Let's see
Okay.
what it looks like.
I mean, you can always just copy the template that I used for the gravestone
That's what I was thinking about.
sign
One thing
and
that's so
just pop in
sort of-
a different photo. I mean, someone leaned on it recently, though, it's really loose now. I don't think they tried to take it. I think if they tried to take it, they would have taken it.
Which one you take?
The placard out at the grave site.
Oh, so-
And I think somebody like either leaned on it too hard or maybe like sat back against it, but it's like. It's wobbly.
Mm.
I may try to zap it in a little more. I go over there and I'll just like weed a little bit here and there.
That's.
Just to keep the gray area looking good. It still looks really good out there. I'm hoping into this year, next year, I'll have more time to plant some flowers and stuff, and get to do that this year. Most of the mountain laurel came back, but we still lost some.
Well, I think the drought last year affected.
It was a
lot of
bad
people.
drought, it
Yeah.
was, I think it was a bad year to plant for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, that's a great summer report, I guess.
All right, I don't have anything else. You want-
Another
you
thing.
want
I have
any-
one other thing. Oh, I love that.
Speaking of the great snow, could you talk to Jerry about
Yeah, I
the
just,
tree that's back there, the big dead one? There's a big dead one back behind that gravestone that doesn't look good at all. Seems like a liability. And there's some along the nature trail, but not as bad. The one by the gravestone's really bad though. It seems that once the like the greenbrier and the ivy attach on, it just kills the trees.
yeah, it does.
So you put out a request to us for ways in which more people could get involved in our committee.
Yes.
And I've been
because
thinking
it's-
about that.
We need help.
And it is symbolic or emblematic of a much greater problem that this historical society has in particular, which is the fact that Egg Harbor City has changed from a German-speaking unified ensemble to a multicultural ethnic archipelago.
But we used to know all the families that
We
live
did,
here,
and
and
we-
we didn't
and
know
we-
these
and-
people now.
But there's one area in which the city still is unified, and one only has to walk past Crusaders Field
Yes,
on a fall afternoon weekend to see every group represented. That is the Hispanics, the Blacks, the Italians, the Germans, everybody. And I'm also amazed when I see kids coming into the historical museum, which is rare. The one thing that interests them that I would never have guessed, and that I find incredible, is the athletic trophies is what they want to see.
Mhm.
Or everything else is ridiculous, is out of any rate. I once taught a course called Old Towns and New Towns, which used Egg Harbor City as a model in many ways, and many other local communities. And our main text for that course was a classic sociological treatise on a small town in upstate New York called Small Town in Mass Society, Arthur Bidich and his graduate student Benson. It's close to Cornell, where Arthur Bidich was a professor. And we have had on a number of occasions that I can remember in Egg Harbor City, planning groups from University of Penn and other groups come to say, well, here's what's interesting about Egg Harbor City, or here's what's lacking in Egg Harbor City, and so forth. But I've never seen anybody attempt to try to tease apart the reasons why there just isn't very much community spirit here anymore among all the groups. So I happen to have some remaining relationship with a place called Stockton University, which has a sociology department and which must have one or two urban sociologists, kinds of people whose profession is to study indeed what makes cities work, or towns work, or organizations work, or groups work. So all I'm suggesting is that somebody be invited to approach.
Check with Stockton.
Yeah, and I happen to have one particular good friend who's in the sociology department, except that he's retired like I am, and therefore not current in his relationships. But I will, and we talk every Wednesday morning for breakfast, so I will tell him tomorrow morning is there any chance I might invite, or we might invite, or somebody might invite some kind of interesting project on Stockton.
like
I'm trying to study what's going on in Egg Harbor City. What's underneath it all?
Well, I could tell you what I think. We have too many non-owner occupied homes.
definitely.
More than 65% of the people.
But
who
that's
live
true of
here
New York
are
City.
tenants, not homeowners.
But that's true of New York City, even bigger. And
Some
yet,
people are just very overworked, whether they own or rent. I think-
there is little investment
Unfortunately,
in the
has
city.
more income. Yeah.
And come to the athletics. Why can't they come to other things?
Well, that's what their kids do. So what about bringing a kid, you ever thought going to Cedar Creek?
Yeah.
and asking
I
for-
have-
Yes.
I have
we've
said that
reached
many
out
times,
numerous
that Cedar Creek, we have had
Yeah.
kids from Cedar Creek come and they're interested,
But-
and I've said that over and over, we've got to do something to get those kids.
But what about like an
involved.
official title or something, like a liaison, a student liaison?
A representative that would
rep-
come and be part of
representative.
us.
Yeah, similar to like how a council member sits on here or whatever.
Yeah.
or-
What course of study is your son in?
He does engineering, so maybe one of the environmentals, they have the
Yeah.
environmental studies mag in
Well,
there.
one of
Right.
the environmental supervisor is on our email list and
Yeah, well, maybe
they
after,
call every
just
once in a
like.
while when they need something. I have to get in touch with them because I gotta see if they want
No,
to.
like, so, like, a lot of, if we were being approaching it from the way where it's like, hey, we want you to help with this or that, right? That could be. A little bit abrasive, right? Cause it's a lot more scheduling, but if a student is volunteering to be an actual like title liaison.
Mhm.
Where it's someone from the environmental studies major, where they come to these meetings. And take notes kind of, and maybe go back to the school and recommend how they want to implement a project to help SustainableEHC. And then they gather the other student resources who can help, and it's like a student-led thing. You
I
know,
agree.
like it's not us saying, do this, please.
Right.
It's us saying, give us a student who would come to these meetings, willing to volunteer and willing to do like a semester project. To help out with things.
Well,
Whatever
you know,
it
we
fits, you
did,
know?
we
Maybe we'll
did,
go for that.
we did for the last 2 years. Get a volunteer to do the salt
There
intrusion.
you go.
Study.
You know,
They fell through, like they didn't.
never worked, didn't work out.
Well, the first year the girl did the work and she posted it to the website, but she never presented us with the report with the results of what her study showed. And school's over, she's away at college now.
Yeah, that's a
So-
little discouraging,
so
but
that
maybe try
was-
again though.
Yeah, and then this year we had a young fella and we said, well, why don't you come to our meetings? You know, could report on it during the meetings and. There's others, he was interested in forestry and all, and they just keep their kids,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, they
Yeah.
don't feel like doing anything,
Yeah,
you know, they're not.
well, what about maybe going up
Really
a
committed.
level and then go instead to Stockton with the same type of approach?
And it's a little bit, probably
Was
a
a
little
professor
better.
at Stockton and she did speech pathology, but she belonged to the historical society. She brought students here and.
I mean, listen, people trying to break into the field of environmental science, like they definitely need little titles and things like that. Like they're saying if you're like. Whatever title you come up with, like some sort of liaison, and you're doing that as saying, here's my project, like
Yes,
to help you get a
definitely.
job, maybe frame it that way a bit, you know, I don't know. It's a tough sell, no matter what you do. I think that you get a lot of kids going to athletics, obviously, because the kids play sports, but then everyone gets in the car and drives immediately home.
Yeah,
Because like the parents have worked all week, both their parents work and et cetera,
Mhm.
and they're like trying to make a meeting, like. Even me getting here is like just like a stroke of luck, like I'm gonna struggle to make meetings and I want to be here, so. You know, I think it's always gonna be hard to just get people to these type of things. Without,
well, when you're around the school, maybe you could talk it up and see if.
I do like
First
talking
time.
about it, sometimes I gotta shut myself up because I'm too much about the trails, I'm like, oh, this person is definitely not interested, you know.
Kids are raised differently today. Both parents are working all the time. And you know, I grew up in the woods. My mother drove us on all the time out. We didn't pick, we went to, she knew where all the orchids were. We knew where the lady slippers were, all those things. That was before television and computers and all that stuff, you know. I grew up with all that
I just
stuff.
think, you know, that the most traditional activities people do are just sports, so like that's what people cling to. And then the sports, you got kids doing practice all the time, it's 5 days
Mhm.
practice and usually game, it's just like, when do they do it? Like,
Mhm.
I feel like when I talk to, I know a lot of other volunteers too, it's always like people where it's. Someone's either stayed home for a time being, or they're entering retirement. Or they've lost their job and looking for things to do. I'm kind of just like, you know, renting a bit, but it was a good request and it's kind of really hard not to crack. How do you get people more involved? The only practical thing I could think of was some sort of like student-led liaison effort where they would bring other kids. You know, whether it be college or high school. I think if you rely on teachers too much, they're overworked too, they don't want to plan another
Yeah,
project.
but
So,
that's
look,
the other thing.
if we just all reach out in some direction, you never know where it goes.
Yeah. So, these texts I'm getting is that Elon Musk is setting off 2 rockets
Oh,
He
we'll
was supposed
see.
to do it last night, but they postponed it again. Between 10:30 PM and 3:30 AM,
Oh, wow.
but they'll be visible
Oh, that's neat.
and
I'll check out-
colorful.
Obviously,
I'll check out.
I know, I went out there last night at 10 o'clock and I'm like, I saw this big long white cloud and I said, oh, that must be it.
Did you get any Perseus?
Scat, I'm going back in.
Did you get any good Perseus this year? The meteors?
I don't know, I don't.
I got a really good
I'm-
one. We were
I'm
sitting on the
penny
beach.
sheets through in.
I saw pictures, I didn't see it, but I.
We got a
I
real
fall
good one.
asleep at 9 o'clock, 9:30.
Yeah.
I'm very, get in bed. I've been sleeping so much the past year.
I think this weather makes us tired.
10 hours I need. I was like that when I was a teenager too. I was always sleeping.
I work from the minute my feet hit the floor, I work until I go to bed at night, so it's like constantly. No downtime.
One other thing that we're involved with, just so that you know about it, really doesn't require any input from the team here, but we're doing a Sustainable Jersey action item. It's Complete Streets Technical Assistance Program, and we will probably set up a tent at the October Fall Festival to talk to people about how to do our, make our streets usable for all users. Bikes and people walking and all that stuff.
I'd like to
It's-
just do something.
they
where
have a
people
team of-
Pay attention to the speed limits in this town.
They have a team of people coming from South Jersey Planning Organization, Rutgers University, and cross country. I think it's cross county, isn't it? Cross county transportation,
Yes,
cross county.
Yeah, it's spelled it in there, I guess.
is there a
It
date
says
for this?
cross country county transportation, but it's,
Is there a date for this?
yes, it's October 25th, I
Fifth?
think.
And where is that?
It's a Saturday.
It'll be on Philadelphia Avenue.
oh, the fall thing,
Fall,
I think it's the 11th.
the 27th.
This is
27th, that's a Monday.
It's a Saturday
Saturday will be the 25th,
of September, I'm sorry.
September.
September 27th. That's what I have in my book.
So it's Fall Festival,
Okay, yeah, now I'm getting busy again.
Philadelphia Avenue.
Mhm.
And what are the main presenters?
It'll be Remington and Vernick.
Uh-huh.
I just read them all. Rutgers University, South Jersey Transportation Planning Organization. And Cross County Connection.
They'll be all together.
There'll be a team of people.
That's what I meant.
They'll have plaques up
Yeah.
and stuff.
Do we have litter?
Anybody able to explain what the groundwater contamination problem is in Egg Harbor City?
We have groundwater contamination?
That's why all those test wells are all over the place.
Yeah, well, they're from when we had industry.
But what's there and what's happening? What's the
You would have
timeline?
to get the DEP that,
Yeah,
you'd have
but
to go
over
on
the
the,
years, it has gotten better. We knew that when I was on council.
Yeah,
I
well,
was
yeah.
nervous.
it goes away
It
eventually.
is, yeah.
But what's the data? What's going on there?
I don't know.
Does anybody?
The state checks it periodically too, and it would go like from where Pembroke's and stuff to go through the town and come right over this way, right to the creek here, and then go out towards the lake into the river. And it was getting better all the time. It was
Yeah,
getting flushed
well,
out.
I asked the head hydrologist at the New Jersey American Water Company, and he said he had no idea.
they don't do
But-
stormwater.
Just that their water all comes from the 800-foot sands, which is
Right.
below it all.
Yeah,
Yes, and we have very, very good wells.
yeah.
Yeah, how does shallow wells, do you know? Our well's pretty shallow, I was curious. I
No,
get it tested again.
Oh, your well at home?
Yeah.
oh.
You're
I
probably
think-
okay out there because you're so far from.
That's what I-
Yeah, you're right. When we had our well, it was like, originally it was like 35 feet, but then we redid it, it was like 75 feet.
Wow,
And it really
okay.
went down.
Ours is really shallow, I think it's like 18 to 20 feet or something.
Yeah,
You
but
drink that stuff?
you're safe.
Huh?
That drink it,
I mean, we get it tested, it's fine.
Sure.
it's tested, it's fine.
That water, this crap isn't going to you.
Yeah, I
It's
think
never
so
gone
either.
that
I think a lot of it's just from the woods area.
And it does, it gets worked on and the trees help get rid of it all and everything, well, you know all that.
It's filtered out.
Yeah.
And some of the contamination has been there so long that, and if it was an open situation where it was exposed to the rain and all,
Yeah,
kind of washes it away.
absolutely, we haven't.
But that's
had
what they're
anything here
hoping
for a
the
long time.
situation is at the landfill, that any contamination that was there is dissipated and it's nothing major.
And the landfill in
Just
Hamburg
need-
Avenue was cleaned up. They had people come and clean it up years ago
Where?
at the landfill on Philadelphia Avenue. I mean Hamburg Avenue down the street.
Yeah, that one's clean. We did get a clean bill of health there in the 90s. And now the guy is building the movie studio there.
I hope it doesn't bring traffic down my street, Hamburg Avenue, as the traffic is terrible, how people. I live in Egg Harbor City, I want people to go on the speed limit, 25 miles an hour.
You do?
I always thought Hamburg would be a really good bike route through the city to get up towards.
They
you
go
know,
60 miles an hour up and down there, and there's no police, there's no nothing, people
I
just
don't
do
know.
it.
They're gonna have it
Listen, I
somewhere.
drive like a turtle, so people
Drive
are
the
always
speed
flying
limit
by me.
every-
Where's the studio at now in its process? Is it now ready to get like cleared? Like, where are they?
How are they gonna build a
He's
studio
still
on the top of that hill?
waiting
Does it
for
just go
Pine
right
Land's
down the hill?
approval, but once his Pine Land's approval is done.
There's
It
no,
was indoors.
but there's no flat land there, it just goes right down the hill.
Oh, no, the old sand quarry was quite flat.
And then you've got a creek there that it has to be protected too, the water is right there. And all the vacant properties we have in this area where they could have done it.
No, you can't. You need acres and acres and acres.
There, what about Better Built Door?
That's not 113 acres.
Yeah, the tower site is huge.
Like
So
3
they're gonna cut
acres.
down all the trees, they're gonna cut down all the trees over there?
I
And
don't,
all the
it's a
wild animals,
landfill.
there's.
Hazel, it's a landfill. It's on top of a
woods.
landfill.
I live there,
It's
it's
not
woods.
It's not.
There are
being
wild
wooded.
animals in there are foxes, everything I see, they're gonna disturb all that. Wildlife that lives there forever and ever, it's been
Well,
like that
if you want
forever.
to create an $80 million rateable. $80 million,
There are plenty other places in this town that they could have built it.
$1 million lowers your taxes. Could you imagine what $80 million
Not
dollars?
gonna lower your taxes, you're not gonna reduce.
How is it coming along?
It's coming. He's waiting for Pine Land's approval once he
I'm
gets
just
the okay.
dreading the traffic and what's gonna happen.
They're gonna need a light.
It's off the beaten track.
Well, you're gonna get traffic when the houses are built at Cedar Creek.
Did they approve that one yet?
We're working on that. We
Where are they
have
building houses at Cedar Creek?
the neighborhood of Cedar Creek. Around the high school.
You gonna build more houses?
What year do you think that would start, if you had to guess?
Neighborhoods of Cedar Creek in the late 90s.
No, like the build out, when do you think that would start?
When will it?
Yeah, if you had to guess, like.
Like within a year, 2 years.
No, okay.
It's approved. It's already got Pine Land's approval. Just, we have an RFP out for, well, actually, we did a request for proposal for developers. And we got 4 responses.
Wow.
So there's 4 interested parties.
Do they wanna build back behind the high school too?
Yes, there's that on that New York
Yeah.
Avenue side.
No, not New York Avenue, the other one, I guess it's that goes like. Like between New York Avenue and Philadelphia, the parallel one, not Kent, but like up, the last one past the football field. You know if they wanna build on that one too? Just curious, that one's such a nice.
The way it is, there's houses, here's Philadelphia Avenue.
Yeah,
There's a section here that's already approved. And then it'll go back this way, back that way. This is the high school in the middle. So there's
goes
like
behind.
one road back here.
And then the other side of the.
Oh.
And then
Is the
over
name of
here,
that goes through.
which is, this is Hamburg Avenue. I mean, this is Hamburg Avenue,
Yeah.
and this is Moss Mill Road.
Smell, but they wanna
So,
build
it'll
on
go-
that one too, all the way over here?
Yeah, go
Okay.
around the back here.
That's such a pretty view.
All of this has to be approved. This is approved already.
What about the cross country route?
Well, I don't know where that
It's
is.
all back in.
Well, they'll be running on the streets and they could go through the lake.
Well,
They're gonna improve that whole thing is gonna be like a new intersection. Right there in the Galley Street. So the kids could go run back there and come across.
What they do is they run through the woods with it there on their, for their meets, their races, you know?
I don't know where don't they go through the high school land, the property?
No, they try to stay on grass, you know? That's usually the meets are through grass, so they go up and around that whole area there.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where that is, so I can't tell you.
I was thinking.
There's a lot going on, and with the city council and trying to do the things that we should have been doing all along that we didn't do. Trying to get caught up, you
You've
know.
got at least 2 live wires on city council now,
Who?
you and Kim.
And Rick and everybody's working, everybody's doing their thing.
Well, thank God Joe Keener's back.
Joe is amazing.
Yes.
So it's good. I mean, I just, you know, I'm anxious, you know, I want to see things happen.
I think the houses will be nice except behind the school where,
See, I had an idea that I presented and I was like, this is what we should do, but. It's up to the developers to come in and offer what they want to do at
And,
this
and that
point.
originally was all cleared for development way out there when Brad was here.
Yeah. So it'll be good to get, and the only other thing I want to make sure that is done is that they have more than a 2-foot right away. So we can plant trees.
Yeah, there you go.
I want,
God forbid, there's not a whole lot of trees out there because it's all already in the woods.
yeah, we took out a lot of trees. They clear cut a lot of trees.
if we were to send a cross-country map, would it be possible for developers to look at that? and
Yeah,
protect
just
those
if
woods?
you have the cross-country map,
I can probably get it, I can
Yeah.
probably draw it too. You know, cause you know, where, if you go back behind the football field, that's where everybody lines up and starts and
where
ends,
the football field
so
is.
like. Here, go back to your little map you drew.
Well,
Right,
here's the high school
yeah, so.
and here's the fields, right?
Yeah, so here's the fields are a little bit further back, so if this road is the one I'm thinking of. The fields come back to like here. And they run, so if this is the high school here, they like basically go down the woods and come around this way, and then they go back up and then they finish like right in here.
Yeah, it's all that area.
Yeah, that would stink.
That's all that area. Well, there'll be,
And then they also run the trails here to the lake, because these trails go to the lake, you know? That's like a really good area. That really stinks if they're really trying to rip all that out. I mean, that's the uplands next to the wetlands, you know?
I don't know exactly where.
I'll tell them that, but
Yes,
I would wish that they would just keep it on the Moss Mill and like Philadelphia
Philadelphia
Ave
Avenue.
side. you
Where
know?
they originally.
well,
are
there's,
still building.
my idea was that this back area. Because, you know, there's, what's it, Hamburg Avenue's back that way,
Mhm.
so this would be. From, I guess, New York, is this?
New York Ave is the one that like goes
Right
right
down
through
to
the
the
middle, that's the main road in and goes back.
Right.
Right.
So they use both sides of New York Ave in a sense.
Where they park, where the kids park.
Beyond that, yeah. I don't think
So,
anyone
and in
parks
any case, that I would like to see like $1 million homes in there.
there. Mm.
High end stuff, because it's wooded, it's secluded. It'll have a morning sunrise view,
And it would like face the fields kind of.
would face the high school on that side. I think that should be, that was
I
my
think that's a
suggestion,
little better.
instead of making all the houses, you know, workforce housing. Make some of them, make them these workforce housing, make these
Not the-
high end
not the worst
$1 million
idea there.
houses.
Ridiculous.
And put townhouses here.
All that woods that go right to the lake though, that's like right the feeder area of the lake. I would protect that area primarily. I think that's the big spot. You know, right behind that road, that's sort of right into the tributaries.
Take that
But
back road
right
all the
there,
time. I
that's
go all the way to Hamburg Avenue and then
We're all
down there,
walking.
I'm gonna go down.
Do you make any use of George Frick as an advisor for what ought to be built?
Yes, I understand he has a buyer for one of our properties, which is a great thing. Hoping it goes through. So he's on the planning board,
That's right.
the land use board. So,
And I think I'm gonna have to go into some.
yeah, so and I'm
Me
gonna
too.
turn that off. But all right, I have nothing else. Everybody else
Well,
has
thank you
anything
for
to
everything you
offer?
do, girl. Thank you for everything. Yeah, I was gonna do that too.
Yeah.
So they all have funny names, those streets out there, and I
Sure do.
always forget what they are.